Hello, I'm Felicia Perkins. Today I'm going to be going over a lesson on life science about food chains in the fourth grade. We will be covering two standards. In the science section, we will be covering standard 4.2. All organisms need energy and matter to live and grow. And then the topic is going to be the circle of life. The Common Core standard we'll be covering is 4.08 in writing. That is to recall relevant information and experiences from digital sources and take notes and categorize information. I will be using Peer Deck, Kahoot, and the flashcard game offered on Peer Deck to enhance the students' learning. So I have a 21-page presentation that it'll be divided in 2 days, 2 45-minute sessions. The first day we're going to be covering the consumers and producers. And at first I will be introducing the big picture. I will be asking students to use a prompt to ask their partner about their prior knowledge on a producer and a consumer and a decomposer. Then, after we do the prompt, I will be introducing what producers are, and I have pictures and visual aids to reiterate what I'm saying. Then after I've gone over that, have a couple checking for understandings, true or false questions on Peer Deck, to make sure the students understood what I just covered in producers and consumers. And then I asked them to draw what their favorite producer is, like mine is an apple, and to draw what a cow's favorite producer is, which is obviously grass. And then we'll take a stretch break. This allows the kids to take a brain break so they can store that information and get ready to take on the next topic, which will be a consumer. So I have questions on there to, see if they understand what a consumer could be. I go into more detail, like a primary consumer, a secondary consumer. I introduce vocabulary words like herbivore and carnivore. And I even introduced an omnivore, and I would pass out beef jerky and broccoli to ask them who is an omnivore. While I'm passing that out, I'm going to be quiet and ask them if they could guess, and then I will say, well, humans are omnivores, we eat both. Then I will share, as they're eating their beef jerky and broccoli, I will be sharing a video on food chains. Then I will ask them with their partner after I modeled how to do this assignment, which is making connections. It's an interactive assignment on Peer Deck. They're supposed to see how these two subjects are related to each other, which is producers and consumers. I will show them how to do that. Like I'll give the first example, and then they need to give two more on their own with their partner. Then we have a Kahoot game. I will use this Kahoot game to make sure the students understood what I taught them about producers and consumers and how they relate to each other. Then the second day, or they have an exit ticket, which is they need to write down 3 things that they learned today and to share that with their partner. And then they'll be able to leave to recess or whatever. And then day 2, I start with the agenda, what we're going to be covering that day. We're going to be covering the Kahoot game, going over the results. We're going to talk about what a decomposer is. We're going to use the flashcard game to help them interact with the vocabulary that I introduced in the section. And we are going to make our own food chain. And we will share it on Peer Deck, and we will see which one is our favorite. So like I said, we're going over the results, and I have a slide like what is a decomposer, and questions and pictures and examples of what a decomposer is. And then I have multiple choice questions to see if they understand what I just told them in content. And then the flashcard game on Peer Deck. I imported a link that I created. And then I'm going to ask, again, the students to create their own food chain, and I gave them an example.